Stepping up. Going deep. Has a man. Caught.
The 2024 NFL rookie class has not disappointed, to say the very least. Jaden Daniels has immediately propelled a long-suffering Washington fan base to playoff contention. Drake May and Caleb Williams have been bright spots on very lousy football teams. You need more? Well, Brock Bowers is having the best rookie tight end season ever. Joe Alt, Malik Neighbors, and Quinion Mitchell are among the first-round picks who have also been rock stars as well. And then, of course, the case of rookies who enter this year with minimal to no expectations whatsoever, only to look like veteran stars upon turning pro. So with that, how about we dive into 10 NFL rookies who have been far better than expected in 2024.
Quick toss, Franklin, inside, touchdown, Denver!
Bo Nix. When the Denver Broncos took Oregon quarterback Bo Nix 12th overall in 2024, it felt like a bit of a reach. But Sean Payton was adamant that the Broncos got the very guy that they wanted in a QB-heavy draft class, and Denver fans ultimately just had to trust the process. The Broncos were in the midst of a rebuild, having released Russell Wilson while stomaching a whopping $85 million dead cap hit. It's not like Nix had to do much work either, as the Broncos traded top wideout Jerry Jeudy in the offseason. But lo and behold, Payton knew exactly what he was doing the entire time. While Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams have earned most of the attention, Nix has had one of the best rookie seasons in recent memory. He has really flourished as a dual-threat QB with pinpoint accuracy and smart decision-making, forming a dangerous rapport with Courtland Sutton. Nix guided the Broncos to their first winning season since 2016 and have helped restore relevance to a long-struggling franchise. We weren't deeming Nix as a bust right off the bat, but everyone expected like a year or two of growing pains before actually hitting his ceiling. But no, Nix has been a star since he stepped onto the field. Finally, after a near decade-long search, Denver has its franchise QB, Brian Thomas Jr. We know Thomas Jr. was a first-round pick, but he wasn't supposed to be this good in year one. I mean, just look at the other weapons he had to share targets with. Number 1 receiver Christian Kirk, Pro Bowl tight end Evan Ingram, two-time 1,000-yard rusher Travis Etienne Jr., and free agent signing Gabe Davis. And that was before Tank Bigsby unexpectedly emerged as the new RB1 in Duval County. So how exactly was a rookie supposed to emerge as the new MVP of a star-studded Jaguars offense? Well, make no mistake, the Jaguars have been among football's worst teams this year. Trevor Lawrence and the offense were underachieving mightily before he was knocked out for the season with a concussion. The one bright spot for the Jaguars amid this disastrous season is the sudden emergence of Thomas Jr. as a superstar. The number 23 overall pick has been the best rookie wide receiver this year, crossing the 70-catch and 1,000-yard marks with a Week 16 outburst against the Las Vegas Raiders. Even with Lawrence missing time, Thomas Jr. has been a beast with second-stringer Mac Jones feeding him the football. Pretty impressive, considering how awful the rest of the team has been around the LSU product this year. We're not sure how different the Jags will look in 2025, but they can at least build an offense around Thomas Jr., Kirk, and Bigsby. That right there is a pretty solid foundation to work with. Bucky Irving. Nobody thought much of Irving when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers drafted him in round 4 at number 125 overall. I mean, after all, RB1 Rachaad White was coming off a career year in which he racked up 990 rushing yards, 1,539 yards of offense, and 9 total touchdowns. Not to mention that the Buccaneers were always going to be a pass-first offense with Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin leading the way. So who was to think that a little-known fourth-round pick would emerge as a superstar right off the bat? With Godwin suffering a season-ending knee injury and with Evans missing time, Irving has been Mayfield's most important weapon this year. His signature game was a Week 13 road game against the Carolina Panthers, where Irving put up 185 yards of offense and a touchdown in a thrilling overtime victory. The Bucs could shop White in the offseason, but we like the idea of using him and Irving the way the Detroit Lions utilized David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. The only thing better than one game-changing running back in today's NFL is 2, after all. Without Irving's production on the ground, the Bucs would have been out of the NFC South race well before Christmas. What can we say? GM Jason Light hit the jackpot again in the later rounds of the draft. Cooper DeJean. After using their first-round pick on Toledo cornerback Quinion Mitchell, the Philadelphia Eagles decided to double down and take Iowa corner Cooper DeJean with the number 40 selection. The Eagles received widespread praise for getting 2 of the class's top corners, but it was kind of hard to envision DeJean having the type of year that he's put together. Mitchell was always going to be a day 1 starter, not to mention the secondary also boasted All-Pro Darius Slay, veteran James Bradbury, and the returning CJ Gardner-Johnson. Yet, DeJean has been off the charts impressive as a rookie, especially considering how very few corners succeed as rookies. I mean, come on, not everyone can be Sauce Gardner after all. DeJean has graded as a top 5 cornerback at Pro Football Focus during his incredible rookie year. He has been excellent in coverage, but also boasts a grade of over 90 in the run defense department. While Saquon Barkley is getting most of the love in Philly, let's not overlook Vic Fangio's defense. That starts with a lockdown secondary led by Slay, Mitchell, and the rookie sensation out of Iowa, Zach Frazier. The shaky Pittsburgh Steelers O-line underwent a facelift in the offseason. Veteran center Mason Cole was released in a cap-saving move, and GM Omar Khan decided to replace him by using his second-round pick, number 51 overall, on West Virginia product Zach Frazier. Most rookie offensive linemen struggle mightily before morphing into stars. The Steelers basically had to hold their breath here and just hope that Frazier wouldn't implode under the pressure. Yet Frazier has actually been one of the best all-around defensive linemen this year, according to PFF. He grades out as a top 10 center, with his main strength coming in the run-blocking department. Frazier has helped Russell Wilson enjoy a bounce-back season under center, with star running back Najee Harris also producing nicely in the ground game. And with Frazier's performance, the Steelers are well on their way back to the postseason. Not too bad for a find in round 2, huh? Evan Williams. With one of the NFL's deepest secondaries already intact, it wasn't necessarily front-page news when the Green Bay Packers drafted the Oregon safety in round 4 at number 111 overall. The Packers had signed ex-New York Giants star Xavier McKinney in free agency and used a second-round pick on Javon Bullard in the draft. But man, has Williams been a weapon in a rotational role under defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley. His stat sheet isn't exactly eye-popping, but it is largely because opposing quarterbacks are wisely avoiding his direction. Williams has been among the best safeties in coverage, ranking inside the top 20 there at Pro Football Focus. It's scary enough to have McKinney and superstar cornerback Jair Alexander leading your secondary. Add Williams to the mix, and man, it is no wonder this Green Bay D has looked as good as ever under Matt LaFleur. With an expanded role in 2025, Williams could be even better and just might hit Pro Bowl status. Tarib Still. Everyone knew that Jim Harbaugh wanted to build a good defense and a heavy rush-first offense upon leaving Michigan for the Los Angeles Chargers head coaching gig. And you know, what can we say other than mission accomplished? We knew that the Chargers had a nice core here on defense led by Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, Derwin James, and Asante Samuel Jr. But really, where would Harbaugh's group be without the elite production of rookie corner Tarib Still? The Bolts drafted Still in the 5th round at number 137 overall, obviously expecting him to be a backup at best.
Draft. The Los Angeles Chargers select Tarib Still, defensive back, Maryland.
Instead, the Chargers have found their next stud shutdown corner, meaning they'll be just fine if Samuel Jr. leaves in free agency. The Chargers' defense has shot up to the top of the league rankings, thanks largely to the efforts of Still. He and Houston Texans safety Kalen Bullock have been vying for the rookie lead in interceptions throughout the year, but Still has been better in coverage. Not only is he flourishing as a ball hawker, but he has been dynamic as a pass rusher as well. Still ranks inside the top 20 in coverage grades for corners at PFF, which is pretty dang amazing considering the onslaught of elite receivers that he's had to face this year. Dominic Pooney. The San Francisco 49ers organization and fan base won't look back on 2024 fondly whatsoever. I mean, injuries and uncharacteristic mistakes all season long have led to a wasted season that was only one play away from beating the Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl 58 last season. While it's easy for 49ers fans to focus entirely on the cons, there is one positive to focus on: the emergence of rookie guard Dominic Pooney. The 49ers bolstered their offensive line depth by using the number 86 pick in round 3 on the Kansas product. And boy, has Pooney ever exceeded expectations in year 1. Pooney grades as a top 10 overall guard at Pro Football Focus, as well as a top 10 at the position in run blocking. It's no wonder the 49ers ground game remained dangerous without Christian McCaffrey for most of the year. So 49ers fans, just remind yourselves that if the injury bug stays away, you will have this rising star and future Hall of Famer Trent Williams anchoring your O-line in 2025. Tyrone Tracy Jr. As if 2024 wasn't nightmarish enough for the New York Giants, how about watching Saquon Barkley leave for the arch-rival Philadelphia Eagles in free agency, only to put together the best season of his career? Well, lost in the rapidly growing list of negatives is one positive. GM Joe Schoen crushed his 2024 draft, namely with wide receiver Malik Neighbors, running back Tyrone Tracy Jr., and defensive backs Andrew Phillips and Tyler Nubin. Tracy has quickly developed into a stud RB for the hapless Giants. If he was the starter from day one, Tracy would have easily hit the 1,000-yard rushing mark before Christmas. So, you know, if you take away the Saquon's an Eagle thing, the Giants made the wise financial decision to swap out the veteran RB for a young stud on a rookie contract. Keep that in mind, Big Blue. It remains to be seen what the Giants will do behind center in 2025, but there's a promising offensive nucleus to work around here in Neighbors, Tracy, Wan'Dale Robinson, and Andrew Thomas. So, hey, it's not all helpless heading into next year. Chop Robinson. Robinson was viewed as a boom or bust prospect heading into the draft. So even if his career doesn't end up being a boom, his rookie season sure has. Everyone thought he was a long-term project who would require valuable time to hone his craft as a pro. But amid a lost year for the Miami Dolphins, the Penn State product has more than produced for Mike McDaniel's group. The number 21 pick of 2024 has been one of the few bright spots in a Dolphins season derailed by injuries to key players like Tua Tagovailoa and star edge rushers Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb. Phillips was limited to 4 games before suffering a season-ending ACL tear, and Chubb has missed the year recovering from injury. With little support in the trenches, Robinson and veteran star Zach Sealer have emerged as a top pass-rushing duo. Robinson's run defense has lots of work to do, but he's played like a veteran all-pro in the pass-rushing game. He's in the running with Braden Fisk, Jonah Ellis, and Jared Verse for the rookie sacks crown. We know the Dolphins are a playoff contender with a healthy Tagovailoa, but the focus of 2025 can't be entirely on the offense. This Dolphins defense could be a top 5 unit if Chubb and Phillips are healthy. Throw in Robinson, and you have the makings of a terrifying 3-headed pass-rushing monster. But hey, which other NFL rookies have surprised everyone in 2024? Was there anyone that we may have missed? Let us know in the comment section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, then clicking the like button helps out a ton. And you know, we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.